Alright folks, so in today's video I want to go ahead and show you guys how you make a part family. A part family is a series of parts that are essentially derived from one master part, aka one parent part. Now you can honestly make part families as flexible as you want them to be. However, I'm going to show you just a small demonstration for those of you that are barely getting familiar with the concept. Let's say that I want to make a part family of a washer, and this washer is going to have an OD, an ID, and a thickness, maybe a material here and there. So I don't want to go ahead and create, let's say 100 washers, right? I mean, come on, that's too much work. I want to go ahead and tell NX in this case that, hey, I have all of these parameters. I want you to change them and create new parts based on those parameters that I input. So let me show you an example of how to do a part family for a washer. First of all, I have a sketch here, and I'm going to go ahead and dimension it. So, for example, this guy here is going to be set to OD. So I'm going to type in OD equals 1 inch, for example. I don't know if you knew you could do that, but you can actually make mathematical expressions as you go in NX. Another thing is you can hold down the control key and hit the up arrow there to make the text bigger. So that's OD, which is 1 inch. And then this guy here, I'm going to say ID equals 0.5 inches, like so. So now I have two expressions, P2 and P3, and I will see what they are in a second, but this looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and hit finish, and let's say that the thickness is also going to be tied to a variable. Let's say THK equals 0.125. All right, so that looks pretty good. I'll go ahead and hit OK, and now I have my washer. Now, if you want to see what the variables are, all you have to do is hit Control E. And as you can see, this shows me all of the parameters that I have so far. Don't worry about this rev and units. These are just my local parameters. But everything else is strictly derived from the model. For example, there's THK, which we input. There's ID, and then there's OD. So this looks pretty good. This is a good start. Now, to create a part family, what you have to do now is you have to go over here into the Tools tab, and then you're going to go ahead and execute this guy here that says Part Families. After selecting Part Families, you can see that it asks you to select first a column, or what the columns are going to be, and then it's going to ask you to input all of these numbers by yourself. So you can honestly make a part family have all sorts of things. For example, these are just the expressions that we put in there, ID, OD, THK. There's also features. So for example, maybe you're making a part family of a screw. Some of them will have Phillips. Some of them will have flatheads. You can suppress certain features depending on what you call out. There's density, material, attributes, etc., etc. I'm just going to stick with expressions to keep this one simple. So I'm going to stick with expressions there. And I'll say that I want to, add the ID, the OD, and the THK. So I'm holding the control key while selecting those three. And I'm going to go ahead and say add at end. Now notice how you get these two for free. You get DB part number and OS part name. The DB part number is primarily reserved for Team Center, and the OS part name is if you're working with NX natively, which in this case I am. So this looks pretty good. I can go over here to the actions here. It looks like there's really nothing there because I don't really have anything done at the moment. I can go to Part Family Spreadsheet, which I will click in a second. But once you add these things to the chosen columns and you click this button, it will create a spreadsheet for you. And then of course there's settings. Now this is actually pretty important. You need to specify where this part family is going to be saved. So in this case, I'm going to say, sure, this is actually good enough. I'll go ahead and hit Create Spreadsheet. And it's going to do some... Oh, it looks like I don't have Excel installed on this. Oops. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to go about it another way. In this case, I'll go ahead and say Create Part Family there. So there we go. That looks pretty good. That one would have worked if we had Excel installed, which it looks like I don't have it installed on this. And now, of course, I'm going to go ahead and say that I want to save this to a directory. So, for example, I have my local folder here. I'll just call it, part family thing. And let's save it in there. Okay, that's where all of this is going to go. Good. So we have everything that we need. All we need to do now is just specify an DB part number, an OS part name, and what attributes are going to be here. So for example, I'll call this instance 1. And then this one right here we called instance 2. Of course, you would give this much better names than what I'm giving it. Instance 3. And then instance 4. Let's say we're going to have 4 instances. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this over to the OS part name because they're pretty much going to be the same for my use case. Let's say that the OD is going to be now, actually it's going to stay the same, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. And the OD is going to be the same, 1, 1, 1. So the ID is going to be 500 thou, the OD is going to be 1 inch. It's the thickness that we're going to change now. Now keep in mind, you can also, force this to change whatever you want. It's all up to you. But again, I'm just showing you an example. So I'm going to say that it's going to increase by, 125 thou. So this instance is going to be 0.25 inches thick. This one will be 0.375 inches thick, and this will be 0.5 inches thick. So instead of me having to do a file save as, and changing these parameters, I could just tell NX, hey, do all of this for me. I don't feel like doing all this by myself. So now let's go ahead and first highlight this whole entire thing like so. And then you're going to go ahead and hit this little button that says create parts. Just a little plus sign right there. So go ahead and hit the little plus sign right there, create parts. Doot. It's going to take a couple of seconds, but you can see it says members were created successfully. Good. I'll go ahead and hit OK on that. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and close this out as well since I don't need that. And now I'm going to go ahead and just hit OK. Now it says part family has been changed. Please save the template part to avoid out-of-date sync or orphan family members. Nah, that's okay. Just telling us that we have to save this thing. So I'll go ahead and hit Control S like so. And I'm actually going to put it in the same directory as my part family location. So there it is right there. And I'm just going to call it, model 8. I don't really care what it's called right now. I'll go ahead and hit OK. And congratulations, your part family has now been complete. So for example, if I go to that directory, if I go to File Open, here are the part files. So for example, maybe I want to open instance number 4. Well, you can see that instance number 4 is indeed perfect. It is 1/2 inch thick. If I hit Control E, well, you can see right here that it says THK is 0.5. And if you recall, instance number 4 was the last part that we defined. But one thing that you might notice is that this guy here is actually not modifiable. I can't go in here and, all of a sudden freely just say, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, do this to it. Woo! Right? I could say make constant maybe and maybe do a 1 inch like so. And that's fine. However, you will not be able to save this part. You cannot save it because it is a child. If you do want to save it, then you have to save it as a separate part number. And you would obviously do that by hitting File Save As. So that's great. Now you know exactly how part families work, but really the question is, well, when the hell would I ever want to use them? Well, for example, this is an excellent example. Maybe you're doing washers, screws, nuts, bolts, whatever you have. A part family is perfect, but it's not just limited to that. But let's pretend that this is now going to go into an assembly. So for example, if I very quickly just add this to an assembly like so, you can see that I have this assembly structure where assembly number 1 is the parent and model number 8 is the child. If I right click on this guy, I can go ahead and hit replace component. I can select the part family instance. In this case, it's model 8 there. And then hit OK. Now you have to forgive this coloring scheme that I have here. It looks like, it's having a tough time defining it. This is a bug in NX 2406. But then all you have to do is simply select what instance you want. You would be able, you would actually be able to filter for things over here if I can actually get it to work. So let me see if I can change the theme very quickly. I'll just go to menu, there's preferences, user interface. Let's go ahead and just change that very quickly so I can at least show that to you. And let's hit OK, that's fine. And so now you should be able to see some of the things that we can change there. So if I hit model 8, hit OK. So here's the DB part number, there's the ID, the OD, etc., etc. So for example, if I click the ID, if I had any other values here, they would be listed here. I can click THK and of course select the one that I'm interested in. And as you can see right now, there's only one, which is instance number 2. So part families really are a powerful way of creating multiple instances of, one part. However, they are not ideal if you have to, say, make changes to those, child parts. As you guys saw, I cannot edit the instance of a family. That's just not how it works. If you're going to want to do that, you will have to create a family using the KRX method, which I showed you in another video. Anyway, I hope this part family discussion helps you out. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to leave them down below. And take care. Bye-bye.